Now, the witching hour, May 11th, 2025. Like, subscribe, share, comment, 'cause you're beautiful. That's why. So this was another phenomenal witching hour, y'all. Or excuse me, prayer. I did not pray out the witching hour. So the witching hour refers to the period between 12 midnight and 3 a.m. when most witchcraft, Satanism, demon worship is actively being practiced. Seances, sacrifices, orgies, whatever they're doing to worship Satan, they're doing it at that time. And the Lord normally, if I'm awake and alert during these hours, the Lord has me praying to Him during these hours as a way of mocking, spiting, and scorning those who would dare to worship Satan and his demons, and as a sign against them. The Lord literally is using me to take the battle to them. Now, when things work out the way I like, I will start praying before midnight and end my prayers after 3 a.m. because that's how I like to do it. I like to start before they start, and I like to finish after they finish. And so I did start praying in the witching hour before midnight, but y'all, I was too tired, so I prayed for about an hour and a half and realized I was falling asleep and probably I should just go to sleep. So that's what I did. And then I stayed in bed for about 10 hours, honestly, and got my butt up and finished my prayers. My prayers today went 4 hours and 10 minutes, which in the last week, my prayers have not gone that long. But I'm not going to complain, because when they do go that long, you know what? That's more time I got to spend with the Lord, so I can't complain about that at all. It is a blessing. And yeah, God's protection over me, you guys, was so amazing. So perfect. Just exceedingly powerful, y'all. There's no time like prayer time when it comes down to their targeting me and trying to prevent me from praying to God and from communing with the Lord. Because they know only God can, really only God can defend us from this program. You know, one thing I like to talk about is the fact that Wendy Williams and her $20 million, she still cannot get out from under this conservatorship that her bank put her in. They tried to claim she was crazy because she was spending her money like crazy. That's her money. You can spend your money like crazy. That don't make you crazy. But Wells Fargo didn't like the way she was spending all her money, and so they tried to say she was crazy. The courts agreed. They appointed a representative from the bank to put her in a mental hospital and then into a conservatorship. So she's limited where she can live. She lives in a little apartment. This lady has 20 million bucks. She's worth 20 million bucks, and she lives in a little apartment with one window. Is what they've done to her. She couldn't get free from that program. She still can't get free. I think she's been in this conservatorship now for a couple years. They tried doing this to Britney Spears. Personally, I think they went after Britney Spears because Britney Spears kind of began to confess that she didn't really know what she was doing as a young girl. Being this temptress and all this stuff, that she was groomed into it. They don't want people knowing that they groom young children, into girls, teenagers, into behaving this way. The way Britney Spears was behaving. I think she came out when she was like 16, maybe 15. And I feel that that's part of the reason why they did this to Wendy Williams. Well, not the same reason, but because Wendy Williams was getting too close to the truth and exposing the wicked secrets of Hollywood. Just my opinion. But she couldn't get out, you guys. I'm telling you, I got out. They tried to do that to me. They had me in a mental hospital, y'all. They went from a 72-hour hold to a 21-day hold because I wasn't behaving. They thought they were going to keep me there forever. They tried to get me to sign my power of attorney over to my younger sibling, which that meant without him giving permission, I could have never gotten out of that mental hospital had they got me to do that. But God's more powerful than 20 million or 20 billion or a trillion. Any amount of money, God's more powerful. And so, okay, a septillion, just for the record, okay, a quadrillion, septillion, and he got me out. That's how powerful our God is, you guys. These people thought they were gonna keep me in there, but my God said no, and they released me in a week. And the day that they released me, you guys, was a day that we got our third stimulus check from the cough. Otherwise, I'd have been left with nothing, y'all. I'd have been broke. And by the grace of God, I had already signed up for direct deposit for my SSI, which meant that that money was directly deposited into my account. I didn't need to do anything. It was there, and I was able to get out of Bakersfield, California. Please pause here. I have some scripture for y'all, beautiful born-again TIs. They include but are not limited to, and I want you guys to get a pen and paper and write this stuff down and read it, okay? Psalms 41, verses 1 through 3. Ezekiel chapter 16, verses 48-49. Matthew 25, Malachi chapter 3, Isaiah chapter 58. And these scriptures let you know that if you help the poor, and this applies to everyone, not to somebody who has more money than you. It applies to people who are homeless. It applies to everyone. I did this when I was homeless. So God tells you that if you help the poor are folks who are homeless. The poor are veterans. Excuse me, y'all. I'm doing two things at one time now. The poor are homeless TIs. They're children who you can sponsor in the third world through reputable charities like World Vision, where every child that you sponsor represents an entire family that you are potentially saving from starvation, because World Vision gives the basic staples needed for survival. Not only, oh my gosh, I'm trying to rearrange my sheet right now. Because World Vision gives the basic staples needed for survival. Oh my gosh. Y'all, please forgive me. Y'all, please forgive me for this. I did not realize my entire sheet came out. I thought it was just the edge. So I'm sitting here trying to put the sheet back on, not realizing the whole sheet done come out. Oh my gosh. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I think for good this time I'm back, y'all. Please forgive me. So yeah. So these scriptures let you know that if you help the poor, God will work miracles for you. If you do not, He will. If you do not, that you are cursed, you are robbing God, you are committing one of the abominations that led to the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why you guys don't live the wonderful life that God's given me. And I am a TI, you guys. I am a targeted individual. They go after me all day and all night like they do with y'all. But the difference between me and y'all is that God shields me. So this targeting don't have any impact on me. I mean, it happens. Sometimes it's entertaining, but it doesn't keep me upset, y'all. God has this for you. Tithe your time to Him through prayer and reading His Word. Tithe your money to Him by helping the poor, and you will see that God's going to be doing for you just like He does for me, rendering this program little more than a pathetic joke for you. God bless.